Hey everybody, welcome back to the Raw Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, as usual, you know what I got to do? I got to invite all the people in who are not a part of the community. Listen, you are missing out because this community is the best community on these internet streets. And if you want to be a part of it, this is what you need to do. Go down in your settings, look around, find that subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell too so you'll know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, my number one nemesis, and that would be that algorithm. I'm telling you, I still am dog walking it, y'all. I am. And I just thank y'all so much for the support. Also, I want to give a quick shout out and a big thank you to all of the readers who decide to support the channel by watching the commercials. Y'all are doing amazing, amazing. And if you look over there in the corner, that's our join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting this channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I promise you, I will be so thankful, so grateful, over the moon. I'm telling you. Also, if you just want to do a one-time donation, look over there. You'll see three little dots. Click on them. You'll see the thanks button. And listen, if you decide to donate, all donations are always greatly appreciated. All right, y'all, we do have some shout outs. We do. And first up is Daryl Lewing. Daryl, thank you. Thank you for seeing something in my little channel. Thank you for being a part of this community. I'm telling you, we love it. We love it. So thank you. Thank you for supporting. You are everything. But mostly, thank you for being here. Also, Ella Gully. Ella is a ride or die. Ella is always coming through and always supporting. I don't know what I did to deserve Ella, but boy, am I glad she is a part of this community. So thank you, Ella. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And TCC Son. I think I put too many C's in there. TCC Son. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of this community. I just love it. I do. And just thank you for seeing something in my little channel. It means everything. And most of all, like I said, thank you for being here. Also, Yulette is becoming a ride or die. She is always coming through, always supporting, always in the comments, just becoming a huge part of this community. And I am so lucky to have her. So thank you, Yulette. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And Patricia Smith, yes, Patricia Smith is a ride or die as well. Always coming through, always here to support, always in the comments, always participating, always just being a huge part of this community. So thank you, Patricia. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. And last but not least, Kevin Slims. Kevin is everything. I mean, a ride or die, and always coming through, and always in the comments, always being funny, always being knowledgeable. I'm telling you, Kevin is everything. So thank you, Kevin. Thank you for the super thanks, but most of all, thank you for being here. All right, y'all, I'm going to play this and we'll talk on the other side. y'all, I want to give another quick shout out to Dara Lewing, Ella Gully, TCC Son, Eulette, Patricia Smith, and Kevin Slams. Y'all, thank y'all so much. Thank you for caring about this channel enough to support it and be there for it. It means everything. Y'all being down with the read is just everything. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And like I said, at the end of every time I close, and that is thank you for being here, because listen, that's the most important thing. All right, y'all. Y'all know what time it is, and y'all know what I do when I am putting the read together. I hit these internet streets, and let me tell you, that's exactly where I have been. And they have been a little hot. They have been busy, busy, busy. Our faves, I'm telling you, they have been out and about. They went to Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party. They also went to the Baby to Baby Gala. I mean, in the same night, we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about, Remembrance Sunday, what that family over there is doing. And, we didn't really get a chance to talk about Willie Leaks, his trip, his, what is it, the Earth flop, and also his COP30 speech, and how everything he did this past week, how it was received. And here's a little hint. He got toasted. He did. People was not interested in anything that he was talking about. But we're going to talk about all of that and more. So let's get started. I'm going to put this up. And look, I don't think Harry's feet touched the ground good before him and Meghan was out and about. I think he probably got home on Friday. And look, I think maybe this event that him and Meghan attended was probably later on that evening. But yes, Godmother's Books posted this and looked like they had some kind of meet and greet at Godmother's Books. And Harry and Meghan was there. And if you look way in the back, you see Ellen. And Meghan appears to be hugging Ellen's wife, Portia Degrassi. Yes, everybody was having such a good time and seemed like everyone was happy to see Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan have found their home. And I don't mean their house, I mean their home, like their community. This community is such a wonderful fit for Harry and Meghan. What a wonderful place they have found to, raise their family, to be a part of. And it seems like it's just wonderful. And now I see why all of the hag dragons, all of the derangers, all of the toadies, and especially those fine monkeys over there, they hate on Harry and Meghan, and they hate on Montecito, because Harry and Meghan's life in Montecito is something to be envied. It really is. You're surrounded with these people who love you, care about you, and you have formed a real community with. How lucky are they? I'm telling you, I love it for Harry and Meghan. And the squatty that posted this said, Prince Harry and Meghan enjoying an evening with friends. Yes, friends. Laugh out loud. Exactly. With friends and community. And that is the reason why I really think that Kitty and Willie really feel some kind of way about Harry and Meghan's life, because it doesn't matter how many jewels, how many stolen diamonds you have in your hat. This is something that you cannot buy. You cannot buy it. And they know it. It's going to be real interesting when he becomes king. He is really going to make an attempt at, you know, duplicating Harry and Meghan's life. I really do believe that. I believe they are going to come to America. Now, it might not be on the West Coast. It might actually be on the East Coast, but they're coming. They are coming because they cannot take it. And when they see pictures like this one of Harry and Meghan surrounded by friends being happy, I really feel it stirs the demons in them. I really do. And especially Willie. I really believe it stirs the demons in him to the point where he wants to have everything that's Harry's. Y'all see how they came to Windsor and just took it over. They had never even thought about going to Windsor or living in Windsor. Did not even think about it. And the minute they got there, they was about getting Harry and Meghan out of there. They wanted to take over. And that is going to be their plan when he becomes king. Sit back. I have made my prediction. I really feel that this is going to come to pass. Him and Kitty are going to make a run at trying to take Harry and Meghan's life because this is their MO. This is what he has always done. Everything Harry has had, he has tried to take it away from him. And I believe him seeing pictures like this, it only makes him more determined to try to destroy his brother. He's not giving up. It's going to continue. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. Sorry to get on a tangent, but I had to say that because I truly, truly believe that. But isn't this a wonderful picture of our faves? I love seeing this. I do. But just so you know, pictures like this that we are happy to see and just gives us so much happiness, just to see them happy, also triggers other people. That's why we have to keep vigilant. We have to absolutely keep our head on the swivel on these internet streets. And looky here. Our faves are out and about. Yes, looking good, I must say. And Harry is looking so tasty, isn't he, in his tux? I'm telling you, Harry really cleans up. He really know how to clean up. And Meghan looking gorgeous, showing us some leg. I'm telling you, the leg. And this particular squatty is posting about them being out and about, and they say Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, join a parade of world famous names at Kris Jenner's Bond-themed 70th birthday bash in Beverly Hills on Saturday. Yes, and it was what is his name? Jeff Bezos. It was at his mansion in Beverly Hills. So, yeah, it was a lot of movers and shakers at this particular party. I think Mariah Carey was there, Bill Gates was there, Oprah was there. It was just a slew of really, really important people. And of course, Harry and Meghan made all of the headlines because at the end of the day, they bring the shine. They do. They bring the shine wherever they're at. And this particular party was no exception. They were the headliners. And I love it. Harry and Meghan look so good. So good. And this particular squatty said, looking fabulous, Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, last night attending Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party at Jeff Bezos' mansion in Beverly Hills. And I'm telling you, the entrance was like a movie premiere. I mean, the lights, the cameras, the action, the flash bulbs were just on point. I cannot believe it. I mean, most of the time, these kind of parties are very, very quiet, but boy, did they bring all of Hollywood glamour to this particular party. And of course, the fail had to pick up on it. It had to pick up on it because it has no news unless they have news about Harry and Meghan, especially on Sunday, because they want to sell those rags. Sunday is their big day to sell the rags. And of course, Harry and Meghan has to be featured. And look what it says: Tinseltown Takeover. It says Meghan Markle and Stern Prince Harry lead star parade at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday bash held at Jeff Bezos' $165 million mansion in Beverly Hills. Not them pocket watching Jeff Bezos. I mean, absolutely putting out how much his home costs. These people, I cannot with them. Anybody associated with Harry and Meghan, just know that you will be pocket watched. I mean, it's as if they have a problem with people who have earned their own money. They don't have any problem with that family that absolutely leeches off of the UK taxpayer. They don't have any problem with that. And the grift of that family. But anybody who has earned their money and spends their money the way they choose to, now they have a problem with that. They will pocket watch you all day. Well, the squatty that posted this from the Fail said this: This is the royal section of the Daily Fail. Even that rat infested publication said, F it, we're leading with what's selling. And they had 6,000 comments. Yes, 6,000 comments. And I am willing to bet you that the vast majority of them are haters. Haters, because that is exactly what the fail is. It is a hater. It is a rag. It is not even worth lining your bird cage with, because they hate on Harry and Meghan for their lifestyle and the people that they surround themselves with. It's as if they hate self-made, self-funding people. They only really care about the ones that are taking from their table. I mean, these royalists are ridiculous. But I did not read this article, and I definitely did not go in those comments because I want to try to keep my peace. But I bet you it is just comment after comment after comment, just running down Jeff Bezos, everybody who showed up, Harry and Meghan, and none of these people cost them a dime. But yet and still, that family over there that is taking bread out of the mouths of their children, they don't have no problem with that. It is the most twisted thing. I mean, the mind of royalists and monarchists, it is as if, well, it's not as if they have been brainwashed. It is really, really like a cult. But what I find most funny about this is they put it in the royal section. They did. Now they want to preach about how Harry and Meghan aren't royal anymore, how they should be stripped of their titles and on like hot butter on popcorn. But at the end of the day, Harry and Meghan are the most interesting roles that they have. And I don't see why any of them would be on board to strip Harry and Meghan of their titles, because then they don't have any justification for nonsense like this. And when I say nonsense, I mean covering news of a couple that doesn't even live on your continent. I mean, if the titles are stripped, you have no justification for doing any of that. You have no justification for minding Harry and Meghan's business. And that would be such a wonderful and beautiful thing. But that is the reason, one of the reasons I really feel that the news media is not going to allow this. Because at the end of the day, they know who their bread and butter is. And it's not Willie, and it's not Kitty, and it certainly isn't Charles or his horse. It's Harry and Meghan. That is the reason why they scramble around every Sunday to try to have something in their rag about Harry and Meghan every Sunday. Not every other Sunday, not once a month, but every Sunday they have to come up with something. And this particular thing just kind of fell in their pockets, just kind of fell at their feet. And they scooped it up, hurried up, and put it on the front page so everyone could see it. So maybe they could get some more clicks and views, and maybe someone would even buy a rag. I'm just saying. And I'm gonna put this up. And before Harry and Meghan went to Kris Jenner's birthday party, they were at Baby to Baby Gala. Yes, the Baby to Baby Gala. And here it is. Hello Canada wrote about it, and they said Prince Harry and Meghan had a busy Saturday night before attending Kris Jenner's lavish 70th birthday bash. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex stopped by the Baby to Baby Gala and caught up with Archie and Lily's auntie, Serena Williams. Yeah, Serena was there as well because she was being honored for the Giving Tree Award. And this gala raised $18 million for Baby to Baby. So this was such a great gala and such a great cause. And if y'all remember Baby to Baby, like I said, this was something that Harry and Meghan started to contribute to and be a part of 6 years ago when Archie was born. And this squatty posted about it and said the 2025 Baby to Baby Gala had the likes of Tyler Perry, Missy Elliott, Adam Scott, Rachel Zoe, Molly Sims, Aisha Curry, hashtag Prince Harry, Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Megan Trainor, Judge Pascal, Will Ferrell, Orlando Bloom, Paris Hilton, and Nicole Richie, all in attendance. I mean, and even more people. It was a boatload of people that were there for Baby to Baby. And like I said, they raised $18 million. What a wonderful thing. What a wonderful thing. And I love their work. Y'all know that Baby to Baby, I think, was one of the causes that the Sussex Squad did for our fundraiser for Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth's birthday. You know, we do that every year. And I think Baby to Baby was one of the recipients one year. Yeah, so we have a history with Baby to Baby. And it looks like Baby to Baby is going to be well funded this coming year. $18 million. Yeah, they're going to be all right. I love it. And I'm going to put this up because this particular squatty is posting about the haters. You know, the hag dragons and all of the toadies and the derangers. They are absolutely having a full-on meltdown because they cannot stand to see Harry and Meghan succeed. It is so triggering to them. I ran into one today. It was a guy, believe it or not. And he was tripping, talking about this was Remembrance Sunday and the royals, they were doing what they needed to do to honor the veterans. And Harry and Meghan was at this party. And I'm like, are you totally twisted in your mind? Has the fever burned every brain cell that you had up there? I mean, it would be great if you could figure your way out of a wet paper sack, because if you could, then you would know that Harry just came off of a 2-day event, you know, filled with engagements to honor veterans. And he is the founder of Invictus Games, something that none of those people you're holding up as a stellar example has ever done. They have never done anything for veterans except give them lip service and dress up in suits in cosplay and pretend like they're one of them. What are you talking about? And of course, I called him a whiny biatch. And I told him I understand what he was going through because he must be on his period. I mean, he got mad. He did. But he deserved that because this is ridiculous. It is something about Harry and Meghan having a wonderful life, having a good time, spending time with friends, and just being successful overall that triggers some people. And they have no problem with this family over there who walks around cosplaying, like I said, cosplaying the military and putting just big hats of stolen jewels on their heads. They have no problem with them just absolutely fleecing the taxpayer. But Harry and Meghan, self funded, independent people, cannot go to a party. Get out of here. Get out of here. It is ridiculous to me. And this particular squatty wrote about it and said, it's called networking. The haters are even more salty than usual today. And that's what I was saying. My timeline, here they come with their nonsense. But of course, like I said, I had time today. Just like Wendell Pierce had time for Angela Levin yesterday. And, and it goes on to say the Sussexes attended the Baby to Baby Gala and Kris Jenner's birthday bash last night. If the couple hadn't been invited, the narrative would have been told you Hollywood wants nothing to do with them. Exactly. Exactly. They would have twisted it in some kind of way. Harry and Meghan can't win. They can't with them. They're always winning with us. But they'll never win with a bunch of jealous, twisted, I'm telling you, whiny biatches. They will never do that. All those hag dragons, they're mad with themselves. They can't stand how their own life has turned out, and seeing someone else having a good life just triggers them to no end. So Harry and Meghan needs to keep on keeping on. Keep on living your best life and forget them. Forget them. Leave them to the squad because we have no problem in dragging them straight to hell where they belong. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, we're going to change gears a little bit and we're going to talk about that family over there and their participation in Remembrance Weekend. And this was in the Daily Fail. Looked like William came back from Brazil and absolutely copped out on attending the ceremony of remembrance. And I think they have it at the Royal Albert Hall. But instead of him attending, he sent little George. I kid you not. Little George came with Kitty. Now, he rode back. They say he rode back on a private plane with the Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. Well, Keir Starmer was here. He was at the Royal Albert Hall for the service of remembrance, but William was a no-show. But let's just talk about what they put in the fail. As you can see, the title of the article is A Royal Turnout, and they have Sophie, they have Kitty Cat and her wig, and little George. Y'all, I got to stop being so messy, but I'm telling you, her wig looks like a whole nother individual. I mean, she got it right back piled up there on top with a fake part on the side. And of course, Charles and his horse was there as well. And it says Prince George joined King and Princess of Wales at Festival of Remembrance as royal family put Andrew's scandal behind them to pay tribute to the fallen. Well, it's not behind them. It's actually in front of them because it's not going away anytime soon. But I digress. The squatty that posted this said, this boy, Prince George, looks so sad and rarely looks happy. All I can say to that is where is the lie? Y'all remember we saw him and Lewis during the Trooping of the Color, and George looked miserable. He did, and they looked like they were just making him. I mean, was actually it looked like they were picking on him. It is just so many pictures of them really chastising this child. But he never looks like he's happy. He is not happy with any of it. And you used to see William and Harry doing engagements with Diana, but they always looked like they were happy. They were happy to be there with their mother. George, not so much. He doesn't look like he is happy to be in her presence at all. And it says abolish the monarchy and let these kids live. Exactly. Now, I'm not saying that this little boy, hates his mother. I would never say that, but he is never happy in her presence. I mean, go back and look at all the pictures of that Christmas Carol concerts and all of this. They look like they are such unhappy kids. Now, I'm not saying this is the case all the time because I have saw them on engagements with Willie and Kitty, and they seem very happy. They do. But here recently, as they start to grow up, it is a sense of doom has seemed like it has ascended, especially on little George. He is not a happy camper, and y'all remember how he was looking at that little handicapped boy. Y'all remember that picture of him looking at that little boy in such disgust? I mean, their raising of these kids is definitely something you would have to give the side eye to. It is not ideal, to say the least. My opinion. I'm just saying. And Kitty Cat showed up with this monstrosity of a dress on. I mean, it makes no sense to have napkins around your neck. But evidently, it made sense to her on this particular day. This particular squatty posted about it and said, and she was afraid Meghan would steal her fashion content. By the way, I saw and talked to a female hotel cleaner in Spain, Portugal, Turkey, China, Singapore, who was wearing cleaning uniforms that look exactly the same as what Kate is wearing. True story. I'm telling you, it is a monstrosity. It really is. It is a fashion crime. The fashion police needs to come and pick her up and put her in fashion jail. And this particular squatty found out exactly where Kate got her inspiration, and that would be her dead mother in law. Of course, we know cosplaying Kate has to copy somebody because she has no style or personality of her own. She is an empty vessel. So if she's not copying the queen, if she's not copying Meghan, she is copying her dead mother in law because that's all she has to copy because she can't copy her mother because her mother is too busy copying her. And this particular squatty said, imagine your wife constantly cosplaying your dead mother. Creepy. It is past creepy. But that's Kate, the empty vessel. Yes, when you're an empty vessel, you got to copy somebody even when they're dead. And this squatty posted another picture of little George. I feel sorry for him. But we all know that institution has a track record of raising monsters. So I really, really feel sorry for him because the man that the child that he is not going to be the man that he grows into. He seems like a very sweet little kid now, but we all know, like I said, that institution has a track record for raising monsters, selfish, self centered, self focused monsters. And I'm afraid he is going to grow up to be a monster too. And that's why I feel bad for him. And the squatty that posted this picture said, George looked so bored and Katie seemed to have forgotten to take off her napkin after dinner. Had to get that little jab in there for Kitty. But yes, he looks really, really sad. Poor little thing. And this particular squatty posted about how George took Willie's place. It was supposed to be Willie there. He was even on the program that he was supposed to be there. And instead of him being there, they made George go. And George, you can clearly see that he is still a little kid and he is not interested in any of this. And the name of the article is Prince George Joins Kate, King, and Queen at Festival of Remembrance. And look at his face. Look at his face. And this particular squatty posted this article and said, so by all accounts, Dimwell traveled back from COP 30 yesterday on the private flight with Stammer. So where was he last night? It was announced he would be attending, and last minute it was changed to George. Steimer was there, so why wasn't Dimwell? I love that name. The only senior royal missing. Yes, why was he not there? I guess him and Jason just had too big of a time. They absolutely, I'm telling you, they just had a big, big time that he just could not make it. It seems like Keir Starmer could. Why couldn't he? I'm just saying that is a question, isn't it? And making that child go instead. I can't. I cannot. And this particular squatty, this is a repost. And the original post posted this article where it says there is a significance to where Prince George is seated. He's seated where the blood royal heir would sit, to the right of their consort. This is huge. And this particular squatty that posted it said, no, it's not huge. It's creepy. It's creepy as F, making Kitty out to be the consort of her own DAMN son. Yes, George is not even supposed to be seated there. That's William's seat. And a lot of people feel like it was creepy. And the squatty that reposted this says, the optics are terrible. William too lazy, so he got George doing William's job. He could have slept on the flight, did a quick change, and showed up for the service right by his pa's side to support him. And also, here Stormer did it. He did a quick turnaround. Why couldn't William do that? But he's lazy, and that is going to be his undoing. His laziness is going to be his undoing. People are not going to continue to shell out their taxpayer dollars for someone who doesn't want to do their job. I'm just saying. And I'm going to put this up. People magazine wrote about their whole Remembrance Day performance because that's all it is, a performance. They dress up in cosplay veterans and just perform. You know, they kept saying that Kitty wiped a tear out of her eyes, and then they said Sophie wiped a tear out of her eyes. And I didn't see a tear. I saw both of the whole two little clips. But of course, it's all performative. I mean, anything that they can do to try to make people believe that they actually have feelings, they're going to do it. But they're lizard people. They're cold-blooded. They have no feelings for these veterans. They don't. This is a performance. Just like everything they do is a performance. Now, this is what People magazine said about this performance. It says King Charles led royals in Remembrance Sunday tribute in show of unity amidst family strain. And I'm telling you, you could see the strain in the family. And one of the things are that it's not many of them. Nobody is there anymore. When you looked up on the balconies, it was just a horse, kitty cat, and Sophie. That's it. And of course, it was Willie and Charles and Edward, and that's it. I mean, not anybody were paying any attention to. It's strange. It's very strange seeing that family, comparing it to how it was with Queen Elizabeth II compared to Charles the Third. I'm telling you, it is a huge, huge difference. It's nobody in that family anymore. I'm just saying, it looks really weird. And like I was saying, there's the horse and kitty up there on the balcony. This particular squatty said, during last year's Remembrance Sunday service, Kate stood on the balcony beside Sophie and somehow looked the older of the two. This year, they placed her next to Camilla to help her stand out. Still didn't help. Still didn't help because I'm telling you, them jaws is pretty much on that balcony, aren't they? And I'm telling you, they look like sisters. They absolutely do. Now, I'm not saying Kitty looks as old as the horse. I would never say that. But she looks like she could be her younger baby sister because both sets of jaws are on the ground. They really, really are. And Getty pictures, Getty images takes no prisoners, does it? Without Photoshop, Kitty is suffering. She really is. Very, very nasty work. And the squatty that reposted this said, Getty doesn't Photoshop. What you see is what you get. Yep. All I can say is, now that's the truth. Now, I'm going to put this up, and this squatty is posting about Kensington Palace post about Remembrance Day. And they say, the wheels have so fallen apart that Kensington Palace, with its 60 plus staff, cannot be bothered to spell the word veterans correctly. Neither are they bothered to correct the error 7 hours later. I wonder whether they can spell the word disrespectful. And as you can see, the geniuses over there at Kensington Palace cannot spell veterans. And they cannot recognize their mistakes. They can't. I mean, that whole team over there is pathetic. Now, I don't know if it has something to do with their primaries because they are pretty pathetic themselves. But to have a staff who puts out stuff, posted stuff on your personal account that people contributes to you and they misspell it, oh my goodness. That is just malpractice. It is in the PR game. That is PR malpractice. But these people, they're not professional. They are pathetic. Can you imagine what they're going to do when he becomes king? And I just believe this is the reason why this trip, with Earthflop and COP30 just was not a success. I mean, no one was interested in it, and the ones that were was there to absolutely rip him apart. I mean, they ate him up about his speech and everything. I'm going to put this up. This particular squatter is talking about that and says this. His Brazil trip went so bad you can expect new cancer talk. Kate feels emotional about new cancer-free start and new polls and new stories about how William can't stand Andrew or something. Are you going to get some, story about how he hates his brother and how he's going to strip them of their titles, Harry and Meghan and the kids, or some old nonsense like this? Because he did not do well. He did not do well at all. And he's really, really mad at Charles because Charles decided to do the knighting of David Beckham on the same day of Earthflop. And then Harry was also in Canada during that time. And so he just absolutely stayed so mad because he was overshadowed at every turn. And he leaked this to Tom Thumbhead Sykes, saying that he was really upset because Charles chose to knight David Beckham during the time of Earthflop. Like that was going to cause him any problems. He had enough problem. Earthflop was going to be a flop no matter who was out and who wasn't out. But I tell you, Charles did that one. He did. And not only was he out, the horse was out as well. And I love it for William. I do. And I don't think Kitty coming up with another type of cancer is going to heal the ills that are going on with that family over there. I mean, people are really starting to figure this grift out. And it's nothing they can do about it. And they have played all the cards that they have. They really have. I don't see any more cards in their deck that can save them. They're circling the drain. And I don't see anything that's going to stop them from slipping right on down it. But this particular squatty said, yikes, I'm actually shocked about how poorly Prince William's Brazil trip and speech is being received. Take a look through the comments. He is being sauteed, flambéed, and cooked every which way. It's not looking good, bruh. Yes, it's not looking good. I mean, everything that he did, he absolutely got cooked for it. And one of the other things he really got cooked for is this right here. Look at this. This is him pretending like he is a statesman. And he's supposedly going over his speech to COP30 on a private plane. I mean, these people cannot figure their way out of a wet paper sack. They cannot do good PR. Now, you're going to talk about climate change and you're going to talk about saving the environment and all of these environmental causes, and you're sitting your butt on a private plane. I mean, the jokes write themselves. And this particular squatty, this is a repost, and the original post says this: Prince William preparing his speech while traveling to COP30 in Belém. I think that's the way you pronounce it. Brazil on a private jet. I mean, I can't. And it says, and some random passerby happens to catch the moment on their phone. Yes. I mean, look at this. This is so contrived. So contrived. It says, what is the motive of the actor in this scene? Yes, because that's exactly what he's doing. He is acting. It says, why does he want to publish a photo like this? It's all preconceived for the benefit of his fans. But it's so ill conceived because why would you publish a picture of you on the way to COP30? Now, which is a environmental convention. I mean, you're there to talk about ways to save the environment and you are crawling off of a private plane. I mean, it is ridiculous. And y'all know in my last podcast, I talked about how a lot of people are just ripping everybody who went to COP30 a new one because it is pictures of all of the private planes lined up in a row that all these people who supposed to be these environmental warriors came on private planes. And this particular one, this fake performative one who wants us to see him working on his speech on his way to COP30, is one of the people who jumped off of a private plane to lecture everyday people about saving the environment. You could not write this stuff. You could, I mean, Hollywood would not even take you serious if you tried to make it into a show. It is just that unbelievable. It's so stupid. And he had the nerve to put this picture out and thought people was gonna look at him as a statesman instead of a fool. I cannot. I cannot. And this particular squatty posted about it. Well, this is a repost, and the original post said this: how come no one told him about the optics of posting a picture of him sitting in a private jet while on his way to lecture people about climate change? We know he is an idiot, but still. Exactly. I mean, it's as if nobody on his team understand how anything looks. I mean, why would you do this? Why? And the squatty that reposted this said, laughing my A off because he's his right hand woman, I mean, man, is Jason Knopf. Jason is as stupid as they come. Where is the lie? Where is it? And he works for Kingdom is a Rock. And so when you put that combination together, you get pictures like this. I mean, it is ridiculous. And it says, I wonder if his private secretary, Ivan Patrick, a Tory, thinks William is such a moron, but can't do anything about it. And he doesn't listen to anyone. He is so hell bent at, you know, he's so hell bent at trying to convince people that he is this statesman, this global statesman, and everybody, he is playing this role that he really feel that people are going to fall for. But then he ends up doing stupid stuff like this. And once stuff like this is published, people just go in and absolutely roast the HE double hockey sticks out of him because this is stupid. Him and his so-called friend, Jason Knopf, cannot figure their way out of a wet paper bag. I mean, come on now. This is so stupid. I mean, hire some people who know something, especially if you're dumb as a rock. You should at least have smart people around you, not people equally or even more dumber than you are. I don't know who is dumber, William or his PR team and his staff at Kensington Palace, because it is neck and neck at this point. I'm just saying. And speaking of Jason Knopf, look at these pictures of him and Willie in Brazil. This particular squatter posted this picture, and it says the married Prince of Wales, William, is surrounded by gay appointees instead of Kate. On top, pardon the pun, of the pagan rumors, it's all clear William is a closet case. I wonder what they mean by closet case. But look at him. He is so animated when he is around Jason. And I'm with this particular squatty. I have never known a straight man to have all gay appointees around them. I mean, all of the men around him are gay and they wear beards. I mean, I cannot square that round hole. I cannot. And this particular squatter said, North saying back in February that he loved William's new look was a red flag. Not because he's a man, but because whatever relationship these two men have in public, William is his boss, so there's a hierarchy. There's things you don't say or find ways to say differently. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? He sit on national television in Australia, lied for Willie about Harry, and said that he loved Willie's beard. He did. So I agree with this, Squatty. That is strange. That is a red flag. And it's no getting around it. I mean, that is weird to say something like that about your boss who is the heir to the throne. It is weird, it's strange, and it's very personal. And look at this picture that the Duchess of Success posted. And look how Jason is looking at Willie. Tell me that's not the look of love. The Duchess of Success says, Jason's so proud of his boo. He looks proud and he looks like he is in love. He is looking at William the same way Meghan looks at Harry. I kid you not. I am not exaggerating. It's something. It is something there. It is. And this squatter posted a similar picture and said this, I'm leaving this here for all the body language experts. Will's legs crossed towards Jason. Look, he crossed his legs towards him. That indicates someone who's comfortable. And it says, look, he's getting back. Look how he's giving his back, Jason. And it says, really? Come on out of the bloody closet already. Y'all tell me what y'all think of this picture, but I think the body language is absolutely telling. And look at the former Prime Minister of, I think, New Zealand. Yes, Jacinda Ardern. She's sitting right next to William, and she's clocking the tea. She is clocking that tea. Look at Jason, looking at him lovingly like that. And Jacinda is clocking it. She knows. She knows. And this squatter said, I must confess that I have thoroughly enjoyed the global roasting the other brother has received over his environmental hypocrisy. This week has been a reality check and a reminder of how deeply unpopular he really is when the British media aren't filtering public opinion. Where is the lie? When he is out in the world, and away from all of those flying monkeys covering for him, he is faced with the reality that, the world is just not really that into him. He's not well liked or well known. And I just love it for him. I do. Look at this. He was trending, but not for the right reasons. This squatty said William is trending for all the wrong reasons. I clicked on this and boy, oh boy, is he being drugged to hell or what? Yes, people are on his neck. I bet you he absolutely threw himself in the bed after. That's why he couldn't show up for the remembrance service. He was too busy hugging his pillow and crying into it because it just didn't go the way he thought it should or would. I love it. And I'm gonna put this one up, and this is gonna be my last one. But this particular squatty brought up somebody that I was wondering about too, and they was talking about farm market Kate. Yes, what happened to farm market Kate? This squatty said, "I wonder how and where farm shop Kate is. Was she also involved in pushing Andrew out?" My guess she was involved in it because everybody has claimed that they are the person who did it, including Camilla, the horse. So why not Farm Shop Kate? Because we hadn't saw how to hair her since she left this farmer's market. So I'm concerned about her. Where is she? Y'all tell me where y'all think she is. I hope she's okay and I hope she's happy. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all a little later. Bye.